So breeders, poultry breeders, are involved in multiplication of chicken. So what they have is parent stock or breeder stock. This breeder stock takes minimum 6 months from the day we import them from the international breeders. We take 6 months for them to start laying and those eggs to qualify for hatching, because there is a standard size of an egg that can go into the machine. So after that, the chicks that come from the fertilized eggs that the breeders produce are the ones, they are called the commercial chicks. They are meant for the market now. The broiler you buy, you grow it, you slaughter. The layer you buy, you grow it, you produce the eggs, and those are table eggs. Now, this is where we are. It involves a lot of planning ahead, because if you want to have so many chicks in July next year, you've got to queue with your bookings for the parent stock. And when the eggs have started coming from the parent stock, all of a sudden we are getting importations. And you see, we have come a long way and we have predicted the demand patterns over the years. So we know December is a good season. You need to have more chicks because that time the demand will be higher. But all of a sudden, the cheap imports from the neighboring countries are coming in and disorienting our whole planning. So what happens? When the chicks come, we cannot afford to pay for the feed of the mothers or the parents. So what happens? We sell them prematurely, because when you hatch the eggs and you have the chicks that the market cannot absorb, what do you do with them? You gas them. Literally, you kill them. Because where do you take them? And the next week, there are new chicks that are hatching. So that is the scenario we are in as breeders. Because of the importation of chicks coming in that were not factored in our planning, they are putting us off the track. And this is very serious, because breeding business is very heavy investment. For your information, there are less than 10 licensed breeders in Kenya. Why? And because it's heavy investment. You need a lot of land in an isolated place because of biosecurity and so on. You need the farms themselves, the poultry houses. The parent stock is very expensive. Feeding it, healthcare for the flocks is also very expensive. In the incubators, the hatchery itself, and so on. So it's a very heavy investment that is coming to the drain when you produce chicks that you cannot sell. So that is where we are. And what is the effect of this? We are made to sell the parent stock prematurely. All of a sudden, the demand can rise again. But you need another 6 months to plan to react to that demand. Because you need to bring day-old chicks parents and grow them until they can lay fertilized eggs, which you can hatch, and then you react to the demand. By the time you are doing that, so much has happened, and so many imports are coming. The trade ground in this region is not level. We are not allowed to export day-old chicks. The excess that we produce, we cannot take to Tanzania or to Uganda because the borders are closed, but they are open towards Kenya. We are receiving those chicks duty-free without any, the permits are getting access with a lot of ease. All of you know that few months ago, some chicks got destroyed at the border in Namanga. And we are talking of a trade bloc in East Africa, but it's not two-way. It is one way, everything dumped to Kenya, don't offload to other countries. We are suffering a very big losses, and what will be the ripple effect? We scale down, we sack people, and you see with the chicks, the ripple effect will be very long term. The distributors have no work to do. The farmers the workers who are at our breeding farms will get laid off. The feed that we are using to feed our parent stock, we will not need it if we sell all this parent stock. And so what is the way forward? We would require and request the government to be fair and protect their own. That they should not let us be subjected to so much unfair competition from cheap imports from the neighboring countries as they watch. So, and they should also be able to negotiate that we be allowed to export whatever is excess. Why should it be like we can receive and we cannot give out? And for your information, the breeders that are in Kenya are well capable of meeting the demand for day-old chicks. Some of our machines are lying idle because the demand has not cannot take everything that we can produce. Some of our farms are closed because we are operating half volume. So if the demand is created, if we are protected, we can easily cover and cater for everything. We also need your support, the media people, because a white alert or a red alert, you guys don't know. It could make a good reading or good viewership, but the following day, the cancellations we receive for orders of chicks and chicken products and eggs is huge. So you must help us, because people believe what the radio said, what the TV said, what the Gazette today is saying. So let us help. These are our mothers who are doing this farming. These are our brothers in the village who are growing this chicken. These are our mothers growing the maize in Kitale to be milled by the feed miller and used by the chicken. So we are all in this, and if we are all about making good viewership in the reports, and we don't want to care what happens after that, it could also be insensitive. So we want the government to stop the imports and the media to support us in the campaign. And that is my report on behalf of the Poultry Breeders Association of Kenya. Thank you.